you heard it, both Gibbs and Lawler going with VindicatorGG. We'll see if that is the truth. We're going to go down on the field with Leaf and Final Carpet.
Thank you, James Button. I really feel like they should have put Shogun after us because he makes us look really bad. Can you talk yet?
I'm good, and I'm glad I'm good. I'm glad I was able to recover because today is an exciting day. I mean, these teams are literally fighting for their opportunity to compete at LAN. For us, this is a huge moment. I mean, my heart was beating before I even came up here. Last time I got to cast Vindicator, they were playing out of their minds. And Take 3, we know has the potential because week 1 of the RLCS, I know I mentally put them as a team that was going to easily clear through, but they struggled a bit mid-season.
Yeah, I mean, right at the beginning, watching them, it's like Take 3, oh my goodness, they are back at it, and they're coming at it strong. And as Adest just went over a million times, we got to reiterate, they just haven't shown up as much as we thought they would. This is their chance to shine, though. They absolutely have to. I mean, this is the end of the road. I mean, after this weekend, this is do or die. And you're going up to Vindicator, who was considered, you know, maybe one of the teams that were on the lower end of this these standings, all of a sudden just shining like a bright star in the sky, just like your eyes. Now, and they're playing wonderfully, and it's going to be insane to see them today.
Yeah, as soon as they started using Matt, I don't know what happened. Something clicked. Those guys just worked really well together. Not to take anything away from the players that they had used previously. I know they used Leathermere, Karma, both great for their team, but there's something about when they clicked with Matt. It just worked so well for them. They were pulling off stuff that I don't think I'd ever seen most teams pull off, just in general. And we see Take 3, you know, they sometimes kind of have the consistency. In the like I said, week 1 they were insane. I was able to telestrate for some of the stuff and just watching what they could do, being able to see some of the quick thinking that all 3 of those players have. Usually it can dominate the field for them, but they kind of have a tendency, and I've watched this group of individuals, you know, particularly those 3 on Take 3. They sometimes, like, it feels like almost like they lose a bit of drive when they have it through the season. Like, they do really good, and then maybe they fall apart, and they don't, I don't know if they don't practice as much or they're just not as driven, but they aren't always all there.
No, I'm glad you brought up, too, with the sub changes. I mean, no team has gone through as much as I think Vindicator has throughout this series, and it's great to see them using their subs as a resource. You say, hey, let's try these guys, let's try them. I mean, during the midseason mayhem, Karma just blew up, like she went crazy on the field, and now they got Madden, and when it comes down to the wire, he's showing the team what they can do. So it's really cool to see a team use their subs like that, rotate them all in, and see what's working best in the given situation. And as we said, so far it seems like Matt is the solution. Yeah. And we're gonna find out as we jump down to game 1 if he's still that solution.
Generally, midseason isn't the time you want to be trying out players, but thankfully they were able to get something solid, you know, and they were doing okay. You usually want to try and get that worked out before season, but I know it was a quick turnaround between season 1 and season 2. A lot of people were kind of bounced between teams, but they seem to have settled.
Well, we get down into game number 1 of Take 3 versus VindicatorGG, our second series of the day. Someone in this series, 2 teams in the series are going to get some spots and some tickets to LAN. 2 of these teams are going home. As we get underway, 20 seconds in, neither one of the teams getting an early goal. Still trying to figure it out, getting warmed up for their first match of the day. A shot on target, but a strong defense coming up from Vindicator. We'll be able to keep that one at bay as they move back down to midfield and try to create a counter-attack themselves and transition quickly into a goal on the scoreboard. Darkfire off the backboard, Torment and Matt both there for a follow-up. Only one person in net. Torment tries to get that back to a third, but there is a defense for Take 3 there to push that one back down to midfield as they try to create an attack themselves as we approach the first minute of gameplay. And game number 1, Zane Jackie follows it up with a second touch off the backboard. A nice little drop in.
On board here with Zane Jackie watching his camera. He gets that first touch a little higher than he intended. The force of the ball actually forced his car back, but it helped him get the air he needed, get up above that ball, get the second touch behind the defender.
Nice first goal from Zane Jackie. Puts it in for Take 3 as they find themselves into the lead, but Vindicator only 1 goal down, can pull this back quickly as it's only a minute into gameplay, but Zane trying to put another one in to extend their lead. Rizzo with a shot, Matt stopping that. The defense will have to quickly get themselves together if they don't want that onslaught to continue. They do manage to pull it together. No passing play will break out of their own end here. Darkfire forced off the corner, almost putting it in. This is a scary spot for Vindicator on defense right now. They do need to collect themselves, get that defense together. Finally a good clear from Darkfire, sends that one down into Take 3's end, but they can't maintain control, and Rizzo tries to dribble that one down past the midfield line. Still 1-0 Only 30 seconds more have passed, but Vindicator looking a little bit weak on their defense. Another shot from Insole off the backboard, potentially shot on a soft one from Zane Jackie. Is going to stay out of the net, but a scary spot for Vindicator.
Fantastic opportunity from Take 3 with those 2 shots we just saw coming on board. The first 30 seconds of this game, both teams kept their composure, but Take 3's ramped it up and tried to put Vindicator in a tight position.
3 minutes left, still only 1 goal lead for Take 3. Vindicator caught back on defense once again here. Only Zane Jackie up just to create some pressure, make some moves come out of Vindicator, force them into some uncomfortable offense. A shot to the far side. Very strong shot from Darkfire, but that is connected by a defense on Take 3. Rizzo off the backboard, making sure that can't bounce out for another shot. Into the corner as Vindicator with a shot on net. Darkfire stopped out by Zane Jackie. There's Matt to keep the pressure on, but no third to follow it. Insole will have a pass up to Rizzo, but a miss. That will go into the corner, and they will have to try again, but the possession now in the hands of Torment. A little 50-50 from Zane Jackie. Unfortunately for him, Matt was ready for that one. A back pass to Matt, and there was not there to connect with that one. Not expecting Darkfire to get a nice touch, but a good flick up to Torment as he air dribbles that one off the backboard, and a shot from Matt.
So close!
Just off the crossbar. What a play, but no finish from them. Vindicator will still be down a goal in the series.
Vindicator now trying to keep that pressure up. We saw that double touch pass, just getting it over a defender. It went surprisingly unanswered for quite some time, and the shot was just at the crossbar.
They get more plays started up like that, they have no problem bringing this one back, but they do have to put it into the net. That's part of the equation when it comes to creating a play. As Torment and Darkfire try to get another one started in the corner. A quick push up from Zane Jackie will be there for Insole to put out across the midfield. Rizzo will back off, noticing Torment. Darkfire moving up on offense to aggress that ball. Insole with a 50-50 pushes that back. Just Darkfire on defense, but the rest of his team will be there quickly. Possession still in the hands of Take 3 as they put on another fight against Vindicator's defense. Find the back of the net, but holding a 1-goal lead. It doesn't matter at this point. It's all they have to continue doing, and they are doing a very good job of stopping any kind of attempt at passing that midfield line from Vindicator at the moment. Making sure that they hold this lead with a minute left. Vindicator has to make some moves.
Take 3's playing consistent, and Vindicator getting a little groupy, a little panicky. Every now and then we'll see 2 players go over the same ball, particularly on defense, which is keeping them in their own half a little longer than they want to.
And so trying to follow that one up himself. That won't happen. Matt will take it away up to Darkfire. They can't get that past Rizzo, though. He is a wall, and he takes control of this ball. Second touch will pass that past the midfield line, but Matt ready to connect with that one. 40 seconds left, slow down a goal, but a chance right here. Darkfire is going to find the net somehow with 2 defenders with Take 3 there, still puts it in.
Darkfire went for the unexpected light touch. He saw 2 defenders coming across. Rizzo from the back wall. Insolence is on the ground, but he gently touches it a bit to the right. We saw Insole trying to pre-jump, trying to read the shot, but it was a little weaker than he intended, and he's able to sneak it in, tying up this game.
There we go with 35 seconds left. You said it, we have a tie on our hands back to where we started at the beginning of the match. It will be a rush now, but
there we go.
What a turnaround. 2 goals in quick succession. Matt puts one in for Vindicator to grab the lead.
Matt seizing a bit of this opportunity. He noticed the net was a bit empty, placed it high. Zane Jackie a little too far forward, maybe a little low on boost. I didn't see him use any boost in that. He could have given up a bit halfway through that shot, noticing, I'm not going to get this. But either way, right off of kickoff, noticing where he needs to place it.
Well, this is a plan right off the bat. Sometimes you can get that momentum advantage. And Vindicator does exactly that off the last goal. Almost putting one in there was Zane Jackie. Darkfire to stop that. They hold it off for 15 more seconds. They'll have surprisingly turned this match around very quickly and take a win in game number 1. But it will not be over if we go into the next one. Anything can happen. Torment trying to put another one just to secure their win here. But with 3 seconds left, I think this one is going to be over. Matt trying to kill this, and he does. Vindicator with a nice little turnaround and a surprise finish takes it 2-1 against Take 3.
Putting the momentum in their favor after that first goal. Hopefully Take 3 doesn't feel too bruised after that one, because they were in the lead for most of that game. They had a lot of control. Honestly, the first, I'd say almost 3.5 minutes, it was looking kind of grim for Vindicator. They weren't really gathering up. They weren't getting many good shots on goal. Take 3 had a lot of control. They were playing like slow, consistent, and getting the touches they need while Vindicator was grouping up. But it seemed that Vindicator kind of pulled their heads up a little bit. They calmed down, they spread out, and they got the shots they needed.
Absolutely. I mean, I think the biggest thing was them taking advantage of that kickoff. They got a goal and said, guys, this is our chance. Catch them off guard. Don't let this go into an overtime. Let's get that goal quick. So I do expect a very close next match. I mean, I don't think much has changed too drastically in the last 30 seconds there, except that they took advantage of a situation that they should have, and it worked out for them. Take 3 still has every opportunity to do what they did in that first match and walk away with a win in the second one, but they're definitely shaken after that. I mean, I would not be too happy when you have the lead, as you said, for about 4 minutes into that, and all of a sudden, within a minute, you give it up and end up losing that match. That's rough, and especially coming to that final minute gameplay in game number 2, that's going to be on your mind. Yeah,
and that second goal coming off of kickoff, your positions on kickoff are pivotal. You really have to be careful, especially as a team, to make sure you're all going to where you need. It all takes is one tiny mistake, one well-placed shot, and as you said, in only 1 minute, they lost the lead they had for almost the entire game.
Game number 2, though. Take 3 versus VindicatorGG. First one going to VindicatorGG 2-1. A surprise last-second 30-second turnaround. We'll see what the story will hold coming into this next one. This Take 3 is likely looking to get themselves another early lead here as they gain ball control. Rizzo with a weak shot trying to get a pass over to Insole. There's Zane Jackie just to keep the pressure on. Backing off is Insole. Rizzo misses a shot off the top corner, but the pressure is non-stop, and a no-boost VindicatorGG will eventually let one through.
This is why you need to contest. We saw too many shots allowed. Constantly the defenders on Vindicator kept coming out a bit and like, I'm not going to reach it, and they drop back, they'd come out. Sometimes one of you just needs to dedicate to put the pressure on. Make him miss the shot by more than he wants to. Don't give him the room.
You're absolutely right, and that's, I mean, pressure is a huge thing. Not just expecting to win at 50-50, but being in the way, making your opponents be forced into an action that they're not maybe ready for.
Or even just make them think you'll be in the way.
Absolutely. 1-0 lead now, though, for Take 3. Vindicator will have to pull back. We saw this exact same situation last time. Matt getting a demo on Rizzo will buy them a little bit more time to gain control. It was a little bit sloppy on defense here, and it was the story of game number 1 as well. Miss pass there. We'll leave Matt to try to fix up his mistakes. Darfire just not helping in that play at all. A couple weak passes, not his fault. Matt will have to try again, but gives away possession to Zane Jackie as they try to collect it back down in their own end here. Matt, Darkfire finally moving up the field. Good transition as they take control here. Nice demo, leaves an open net, and Torment will take advantage. What a critical demo.
Not something we've seen from Vindicator very often, but noticing the opportunity coming across, he actually got a bump and then a demo, taking out 2/3 of Take 3, giving an open opportunity for Torment. Glowing play.
Their team reduced down to Take 1, and they will give it up a goal. Tied up once again. Only a minute of gameplay has passed, and it's been action-packed so far. We'll see if someone can gain the lead here, if it will be Vindicator turning it around like they did in the first game, or if Take 3 will be able to regain control of this game and put themselves back into the lead now. This possession goes into Darkfire's hands off the wall. He still has control, but that will drop down to the field for Zane Jackie to get a nice chip and a clear. As Torment and Matt move back, and touchdown from Darkfire to Torment. A little bit too late to the ball was Torment. They will leave Darkfire with a shot, though. Rizzo waiting patiently, seeing the play develop, but they didn't see that one coming. Matt puts one in the top corner.
Seeing where this first shot went, we saw actually a gorgeous shot, happening right at net, but a lot of power, enough to keep the goalie on his toes, force him for the weak touch, and Matt just kind of, I saw him sitting just past that halfway mark in the middle of the field, waiting to see exactly where that was going to go off of. He noticed the goalie wasn't in a great position, and he just came in for the slam.
It's all about that option coverage, baby, and he did exactly that. Matt putting themselves into the lead. 3 minutes left, though. A lot more time for Take 3 than they had in the first game to pull this one back. Vindicator is looking strong. They do seem to have gained their stride, and that's a scary thought for Take 3. As Vindicator has been on its tear lately. Rizzo and Insole trying to do anything they can here. Zane Jackie with support off the backboard. Will miss the touch there, leaving Matt a chance to drop down softly for his teammates to gain possession. Rizzo whizzing in there. We'll try to take away possession, but a shot on net. Stopped easy by Insole. He loses that to Matt. Matt can't take out 2 defenders, though. Darkfire with just a little bit of a miss on the wall there. Leaves only Torment back. A 2v1 situation. Torment forced to make a move, and he makes the right decision to stop that play from advancing. But this is a bad spot for the defense of Vindicator, and we're back at a tie game.
I was about to say, we just saw Take 3. 2 players went up for this initial touch. But then, giving the opportunity for Insult up on the wall, we see both Matt and Darkfire trying to take that off the back. No one's sitting in net. You really want to make sure you're between the ball and then at least somebody from the ground, somebody to read the touch, because off that back wall, it takes so much more skill and so much more prediction.
How many times do we tell you one Spider-Man at a time?
The world only needs one.
Oh, Rizzo getting a little bit of a mini dirty dangle there right off the kickoff, getting the momentum in their favor.
Rizzo, we've seen in the past just some phenomenal plays from him, getting that first touch, trying to bait that goalie out, making him think he didn't get the second one, but then using his second flip to get his car underneath, pop it up just over the defender.
Good placement on the shot, catching the defense off guard on the kickoff, and that's exactly what Vindicator did in the first one. They took it to their advantage this time. Take 3 regains the lead, and almost Vindicator doing the exact same here. They do sit up 1-0 in this series, this best of 5. Take 3 looking to take game number 2 and put them at a tie in the match. As they have 2 minutes left, though, to hold off their lead. And Darkfire just a little bit off on that one. Can't gently put that one into the net. Zane Jackie up to Insol. Insol can't get that past Darkfire. Good read from him, but they have 2 still on the attack here for take 3. But a good defensive structure from Vindicator will be able to pull that one back down to the other end. But they can't formulate any kind of scoring opportunity here. At least they're a little more solid on defense, and that's important. Stop any more goals from your opponents going in. But they are down a goal, and they need to get it back with 1:15 left. They are approaching a little bit of crunch time here. The due date is coming up to get this goal into the net. Torment is trying to do that now with a touch to Matt.
Shot!
What a, as you said, shot. But it is stopped out by the defense. Zane Jackie with an epic save. But it is not over yet. In front of the net, Torment will try to soft this one down. Insol takes it away with an air dribble to midfield. One of the few instances that you want to do that. Rizzo now, we saw him do this before, a mind game! And that
Rizzo
is a dirty dangle.
Baby Rizzo showing his skill, just flaunting it right in front of Darkfire, biding as much time, and then just using the mind game, not getting that second touch. He thought he was going to get the 50-50. Rizzo.
Vindicator go back to the change room. It is over there, but game 3 may change, but oh my goodness, Rizzo just taking them apart piece by piece on defense. Puts another one in for the team. They extend their lead 2 goals with 40 seconds left. Vindicator in a weird spot. Even being down 1 goal at this time is difficult. 2 goals is even more difficult. Matt now trying to help his team set up a play off the corner, but really weak touches here. Torment a little bit too hard on that one. Darkfire can't take advantage of that, and it looks like the defense from Take 3 just trying to buy some time. Not doing anything really to break out, just making sure they can hold this lead, and with 10 seconds left, I'm going to say it's most likely going to be in their favor.
I do not think you're wrong on this prediction, Leaf. You didn't give yourself much room to mess that one up, but you are correct. This game will go
calculated.
This game will go in favor of Take 3. We saw Rizzo paralleling the kind of performance we saw him out of week 1. Week 1, he was out of his mind, and now this game we saw him just glowing. He kept his composure every time he got control, and it was a 1v1 situation. He took full advantage of it. Even if he didn't get a goal off of it, he still bided his team time to come up and support it. He forced at least one defender out, kept the 50-50 in his favor so that at least they didn't lose possession.
Well, I mean, this is the Rizzo we saw week 1. This is the Rizzo that takes control of the field. The one thing you got to watch out for is this is top level. These guys are watching what you're doing. They're paying attention to your habits. The next time you're in a 1v1 situation like that, don't expect it. I mean, not that that was easy, but don't expect it to be the same. You're going to experience some more roadblocks now. That team is watching out for you, Rizzo. You got 2 of those goals on them in the same game. Game 3, it's not going to happen. So that will have something they will have to watch out for and mentally adjust. Even though they won, they will have to make those adjustments coming into the next game because Vindicator will make sure they don't let that happen.
I would be surprised if we saw some demolitions on Rizzo next game just to kind of knock him off his kilter. It's kind of what you try and do. You find that player that's just going well in stride with his teammates, and you just try and take him out a few times, get him a little frustrated, you know, knock him out of his rotation, force his teammates to come up with him or for him instead of allowing Rizzo to do what he's been doing.
Well, we'll see if he does get targeted coming down into game number 3. It is now 1-1 in the series between Take 3 and VindicatorGG as they both try to move forward in the winner's side. This is a good series so far, and we had seen some demos, as you mentioned before, come out from Vindicator. And that might be a tactic they want to employ again to help themselves secure another goal. But early on into the first one, both teams will try to get control. Darkfire doing that with a shot on net. Insol will be there to stop that to the side, but Matt not ready to let up the play. Now there's Insolences, though, with a good read. Sets that one up for Zanejackie. He will not finish that one up, but there will be Insolences to put it in. The first early goal, 20 seconds in.
Astonishing team play. We see Zanejackie try and get that second touch, keeping that defender down, assuming the second touch might happen, but Insolences coming across, keeping it low. Take 3 is picking up the pace. They're contesting the balls so much quicker. They have so much more speed.
Now down a goal. This is the way every single game's gone so far. With Take 3 taking the first one. Each time, we'll see if it can get answered quickly by Vindicator. Boost grab from Darkfire could start that boost starvation rotation on offense. Doesn't look like it will happen, though. They will move back down to defense and try to start again. A little bit of a possession giveaway there. Not sure what Torment was trying to do. Insol will put that at the midfield to keep the pressure on there to try to get a play started up. Zanejackie with a 50-50. Going to no one, still in neutral. No team getting real good control, but a great back pass from Zanejackie to Insol. Can't get quite the chip that he would have liked there to put it high enough to allow them to break out of their own end, and it will stay on offense for VindicatorGG as they try to answer that first goal that went in the first 20 seconds. But with almost a minute later, they haven't been able to.
Some hesitation from Vindicator of that third player. We see them going up, getting like one shot on, but then they're not maintaining that pressure. They're not having that third guy come in, and they almost give up possession and just almost retreat at a habit, it seems like. I want to see them continuing that pressure. Keep that third guy up, as opposed to just getting the one shot off.
As you said, almost a great play, though, starting out for Vindicator there, but Zanejackie with a chance to put it to the far side, almost finding the back of the net, but just a little bit of a scary stop there from Vindicator. They do keep that one out, keep the offense at bay, but it is not letting up yet. Zanejackie with a nice little setup there. Matt connecting with that one first, though. Take 3 will still only sit at a 1-goal lead, but a 1-goal lead is a lead indeed, and they will hold on to that one as Vindicator tried to take that back down to the other end. Matt up to Darkfire. Darkfire will set that up for Matt again. Matt out to Torment, but a little bit off on that play, and they can't finish it off. They will wait for their teammate to get back to them, though, as they keep the pressure on. And there's Darkfire ready to get in the face of Zanejackie. Zanejackie will get that one back past the midfield as they try to create a counterattack themselves. Torment out. Risky play there, but Matt will connect as they try to get another one set up. And Vindicator is looking hungry. They have been on offense a little bit more than I think Take 3 would have liked at this point. With 2.5 minutes left, they do have to put a goal in.
They have been on offense more, but the longevity of each attack is still not there. They're not able to just stay up there. They get a few, 1 or 2 shots, as I was saying a little earlier, and Take 3 has been staying confident. Rizzo, still that grounded player on defense.
Nice touch from Insol, but off the post, and it will not go in the net. They still only sit at a 1-goal lead. But a very close try from Insol there. He'll try to back pass that one. Very good touch from him out to Rizzo. Fortunately, he loses control, and Torment takes it over instead. Matt with an easy save there, relatively, as Zanejackie will back off, leaving his teammates a chance to move up. He'll go up himself, keep the pressure on. Torment, Darkfire, and Matt all ready to move up, but a little bit crumpled up. Could have been a bad spot where Rizzo tripped up by Matt there. Gets some revenge on him as he makes his way back on defense. Doesn't work out for his teammates, though. We still sit at midfield. A little bit of ping pong back and forth here. Both teams trying to get control of the ball. This could be a chance now for Vindicator. Darkfire maybe out of boost. Doesn't go up for that one. They do seem to be a little bit passive on some of their aerial contests here. Finding themselves on defense with 1:18 left. We're back at that spot we saw in game number 1. Down by a goal. Can they bring it back and take the lead? There's Take 3 going to be able to hold on to this one. A little bit too far to the side. Insol will not be able to take advantage of that one. Rizzo keeping the pressure on, though. A missed touch will go to Torment, but we'll see if they can keep it going to the other end. What a shot from Matt, almost connecting, but the defense will keep that out for Take 3.
They get the quick shots. We just saw a shot, but again, losing possession back in their own half yet again. Hopefully they can turn it back around and make a play. They seem a little too passive to come out of their own half defensively. They're letting Take 3 make way more shots than they should.
We'll see now, 39 seconds left. Vindicator has to get at least 1 goal, and Take 3 just has to hold off. You'll probably see them not commit as much more than they really have to at this point. Send one guy up, see if they can do anything with it. Maybe a second, but the third will play pretty reserved here, as they just have to hold off VindicatorGG. 20 seconds left, and a goal for Vindicator Torment tries to get the play started up, but they can't break past midfield. Lack of contest seems to be an issue here, as they are still stuck in their own end with 6 seconds left. A quick breakout will have to happen right now. Can Torment be the one to get the pinch off the backboard? This is a chance here, but no one will be able to get to that one in time. And Take 3 taking game number 3 will put themselves 2-1 in the lead and sets them at match point.
Take 3 clearly didn't let game 1 bruise them a bit at all. They just kept on stride between game 2 and game 3. Again, not a huge lead, a 1-0 game. It seems like not only that they pick up the pace, they're contesting more, but it kind of subconsciously forced Vindicator into a more kind of passive play. They're waiting a lot, especially on defense. They're sitting in net. They're scared to come out of their own half, especially on defense. We see them get like a one-off passing play, but then that third guy just isn't there. He's sitting back waiting for a clear to counter-clear, but it's not working out too well because Take 3, like I said, they're playing a lot more aggressive. They're contesting everything. So once you give them possession, they're not going to give it up easily.
Well, in the next match, we're going to be heading down to Urban Central, Dawn. And, I mean, there's some sick beats on this map, so hopefully that will help bring the energy out for Vindicator. I mean, for me, it's just a lack of aerial contests. They just seem to be very passive on defense and not really helping their favor and breaking past that midfield line. And as you said, they're giving up too many chances for Take 3 to move down in their own end. And that could be one of the things they switch up. Just too much passive play at this point, and I would like to see them get up into the air a little bit more.
I mean, we've definitely seen Vindicator put Take 3 kind of on blast by just taking shot after shot. We've seen a couple, they almost get caught off guard by a couple of fantastic passing plays midfield. You know, a couple of really good shots, powerful shots. And it forces almost 2 defenders to go for it, but then they don't capitalize on the opportunity that they have, where they have a little more opening on the net. We saw them do it once. We saw them do it in the game 1, where they were able to get a good shot when they forced an opportunity, but they kind of slowed that down.
Well, they have to make sure they keep it up in this one, as this, we said before, is match point. Take 3 is 2-1 in the series. One more win will move them forward into the winner's side of this bracket. Vindicator would end up down being on the lower side, and that's not where you want to be. As we'll see if they can bring this back to a game number 5. Take 3, VindicatorGG. No early goal that we saw in the last one. Darkfire, weak shot. Gets stopped out easily by the Take 3 defense as they transition back down onto offense. And there's a touch there. Torment slowly taking control of this one. Didn't want to rush that. You're scary on your goal line. You never know if a shot's coming in there. Good patience from him. Darkfire and Matt ready for that clear from Zane Jackie. Torment trying to get a redirect on that. Up to Zane Jackie in front of the net into the box. Rizzo does get stopped out and beaten to the ball by Darkfire, but Insol will keep that pressure forward, winning every 50-50 on the ground there. And at Demo himself leaves one person in net trying to be a nuisance. Can Zane Jackie almost find the far corner? What a play there coming up from his teammates. Incredible support for Take 3.
Demolition of opportunity. I believe it was Insol going for boost.
Yeah.
He saw Matt. As soon as Matt got that boost, he read right in front of him. He just took the opportunity since they were both going to the same place to make the demolition, and it almost gave Zane Jackie plenty of time.
He just stayed there. He knew he had time to be a nuisance, and he did exactly what he had to do in that situation. It couldn't result in the goal, though. Very, very close situation. Still 0-0. Approaching 2 minutes into this game. Number 4. As both teams try to get that first goal. There's Rizzo with another demo. And I think we mentioned we'd like to see Vindicator get some more demos. It has gone the other way, but a
redirect!
Shot! What a shot from Torment!
This is what I mean. These one-off passing plays from defense, they're fantastic at them. That pass up to Torment, he saw his Darkfire saw him. These two guys, we've seen them play together for so long, and Torment saw the angle, got it perfectly in the power he maintained.
He knew the second he got that 50-50, that ball was moving upfield, and he went exactly where he had to be to get that redirect, putting themselves into the lead only by one goal, though. We know Take 3 can take this one back. But they are not putting much pressure on now, allowing Matt to try to scramble to get ball possession here. Patience, 2 Spider-Mans will move that one around the corner. Torment, Darkfire a little crumpled up in the corner. Thankfully, Matt does rotate back, but a bit of a miss there. Torment will have to clear that to the side. Struggling on defense. Zane Jackie off the backboard to follow up. Insol, very smart, backs off on that one. As they move back to defense. Breakout chance here, but a bit of a miss. Torment, first redirect happened. Not the second one, but Matt rolling in hot. Puts one on target, but just stopped out by the defense at Take 3.
Take 3 is crumpling up just a little bit. Now they're starting to panic a bit. They know they need that goal. Maybe Vindicator just noticed.
Whoa!
There's the pressure!
So close. Look at these passing plays. This is the aerial game I was talking about. They are watching out for each other now and getting high passes, fast passes, and putting them on target. This defense will eventually break on take 3 if they keep this up. Darkfire just barely keeping that one out. Matt has a chance to get control here, but out of boost. Will have to opt for the read instead. A miss. Torment off the backboard, stopped by Rizzo. They still hold the lead, but 2 minutes left. They can come back. Matt backing off, trying to get a shot. A little bit too close on that one. Torment on a good rotation. We see a good offensive rotation now coming up from Vindicator as they are keeping the pressure on. A chance here for take 3 to break up, but they give away possession. And a quick turnaround for Vindicator as they move back down to that blue end. As they are trying to extend their lead here, but they are feeling momentum. They know this is do or die at this point, and they're doing everything it takes to make sure it does not die.
This is the first game Vindicator has started with the lead. They got the first goal this game, and it seems to work in their favor, both forcing take 3 into a high-pressure situation and giving them the confidence to come up.
That's going to be stopped out by Zane Jackie fairly easily as he moves that one down the field. There's support from Insole there if he can get that one around for a shot. There's Insole to keep it in with a minute remaining. A demo on Darkfire opens a hole in the net, but it wasn't a quick enough shot from Rizzo. And Matt will be able to get that one out in time, almost going into take 3's end, but Zane Jackie with a bit of a good pinch there keeps that one out. Scary spot for take 3. They will have to start to put on some over-aggressive tactics right now if they want to pull this one back and take the series. Otherwise, they will end up going to a game number 5. Matt with a weird touch. Will back off. No, nothing came out of that. Torment with pressure off the backboard. Scoring chance. There's Matt. Puts it in and extends the lead. 30 seconds left. Vindicator is coming back into this.
They have manifested that skill that we've seen so far in the past, getting that card cross all the way. Matt reading it as quickly as possible. And that's exactly what he has to do. He made the dedication of that shot. Even potentially if the goalie was going to get there in time, he was like, you know what, I'm just going to go for it. At worst case scenario, I'll get it 50-50, but we hadn't seen Vindicator put this pressure on. They usually drop back quicker. Maybe they just need the lead to give them the confidence.
Well, hopefully they can do that coming into game number 5, because it looks like we're going to it between Take 3 and VindicatorGG. What more could you ask for in your regional finals as 2 teams are fighting to get themselves a spot? Good passing play here, though, from Take 3. Good attempt, but as they try to find themselves a spot to the land, it looks like Vindicator bringing it to a game number 5, trying to get another goal. How long is this ball going to stay up here? 1 minute, that's my guess.
You're starting high. You started that bad.
I
You
put
are not a
myself in a
gambling
bad
man, are
spot
you?
there.
You are not a gambling man.
From one extreme to the other. VindicatorGG taking game number 4 as we go into game number 5 now. Take 3, as you said, had started the first 3 games with a lead, and that seemed to help them. And now as Vindicator takes the first one, they maintain that lead and shut out Take 3. 0 goals coming up from Take 3 and 2 from Vindicator. That might be the solution, but they are speeding up. They were on offense, and that was an issue you had with them before, was they weren't keeping the pressure up. They let up too easy, and they're moving back to defense. We saw them on offense a little bit more. Maybe not as much as you'd like, but they were on offense a lot more this time.
A lot of great shots. I mean, tight angles they were making. They were dedicating to shots. That last goal, that second goal the Vindicator made, Matt dedicated himself to that shot, even knowing there's a good chance it could have gotten contested, and when it didn't, it gave him full opportunity. That's exactly what I want to see. And this shows a bit of the mentality that you have to adopt as soon as you're either in the lead or losing. I mean, you immediately saw the change of pace of Vindicator when they had the confidence, like, oh, we're a goal up. We can just play our game. We don't have to worry. And we saw Take 3 clumping up a bit, slowing down, which we hadn't seen so far from the first 3 games.
Game 3 saw a lot of ping pong, and that seemed to ease up a lot once Vindicator took control of those balls flying through the air. They're like, well, let's just keep redirecting them. Both of those goals were assisted in game number 4 for Vindicator, and it showed in their play style. And I want to expect that very much to see that coming into this next game. Game number 5. VindicatorGG Take 3. Both these teams now fighting. This is match point 2. Make sure they sit in a comfortable spot going on in this bracket here. Vindicator looking a little amped up. They are awake. Take 3 also looking strong as they try to get the first goal here. Can't quite finish on their passing play, and that will move back down to midfield as the first 20 seconds go without a goal, without many plays. Both teams feeling it out. Insole tries to get that one to Zanejacky. Almost a good redirect to get them out of their own field, or end of the field, sorry. But they can't quite connect with that passing play. Torment does, but a 50-50 from Insole will keep that one out to the side. Buy them some more time there, but a missed shot almost placed in the top corner there as they catch the defense for take 3 off guard. A quick turnaround, good passing play. That will go in front of the net, stopped out, I think saved potentially by themselves. Almost a good passing play, very hard. See those fast redirects coming out from take 3. Move forward, Darkfire caught off guard from Torment there, but they do regain control. A pass up front a little bit too fast. We'll go to the far side. A 50-50 there from Matt. Goes in Insole's favor. Torment trying to keep the dream alive on offense here. So they go off backboard. They find it. Torment with a double tap. Puts that one away for the first goal of Game 5.
Just a bit off target, giving them the lead. Again, starting right off, Torment just missed, but I don't know what happened.
That was like a dribble tap.
I think that was a great circumstance for him to be placed in, but took advantage of the situation, able to sink the ball into the net, giving them the lead. And if this shows like last game, this could be it for them.
As you said, they had the lead in the first one, and they did not let it up. They shut out take 3, and they're looking to do it again. What a play. Coming up from Vindicator, Torment just shoving that one away. A quick answer looking to come out from take 3, though, as they move on to offense. There's a shot from Zane to the far side. They don't know Insole is there. Torment anticipating. He did participate.
He also
in that 50
participated in that 50-50.
He did indeed. But anticipating that shot coming out, does get a 50-50 to keep that out of the net. Now we see Rizzo getting aggressive. Zanejacky, Insole both up, trying to cause some misdirection, but a long shot and no one in net. A 2-0 lead now for Vindicator.
Looks like take 3 just doesn't like losing. As soon as they're down by a goal, they seem to be committing people in awkward situations, weird positionings. We just saw Rizzo, instead of retreating, I couldn't tell actually whose fault that was because all 3 players were up for it. You kind of lose track of whose rotation, who was supposed to have been the one that was back, but everybody up for it. Rizzo, noticing he was last, he's like, I might as well contest this because I'm the last line of defense. I'm not going to drop back in time, but the long shot goes in.
Well, it's really fun reading Vogan's Reddit there on their team for the Flying Dutchman, and their goal was never let that ball past your last defender. But Rizzo did, and it resulted in a goal, and maybe that's something they have to think about here, is over-committing will be a problem, especially when you're down 2 goals. And they are back on defense again. Vindicator putting on the pressure. There's Darkfire up in the air. Rizzo keeps that one up to Insole. Insole a little bit too off on that, just tries to maintain control. There's Zane to follow that one up, but the aerial contests on defense are starting to come out, but a shot from Insole is unstoppable as they try to climb their way back to a tie.
Matt was ill-prepared for this bounce. It goes up into that corner and then perfectly hits the corner, bouncing straight out in front of him. He wanted to hope for the roll, maybe hope it was going to bounce up. Took a little bit too long to react to give Insolences all the time and all the space.
2.5 minutes left. Only 1 goal now down for take 3. Vindicator losing out on that shutout. And that ball rolls slowly towards takes 3 again and again. And we saw that before. They have to be wary about the defense. Control from Zanejacky. Tries to flick it up to himself. Opting away from the pass to Rizzo. They will get a back pass as they maintain control. Just making sure they keep possession of the ball on this pitch. And they do manage to get that ball back onto offense here. Darkfire with a good 50-50, though. Will leave Insole forced to make a stop there, but they miss out, both of them, on the 50-50. Zanejacky on a good defensive rotation. Keeps that away. Good passing play coming up from Insole, and Rizzo off the backboard, forcing Torment up into the air, but Matt Darkfire in net, but in an awkward spot, and Rizzo will put it in to tie it up.
This passing play right in front of net. Instead of going for the shot, he puts it to the left over the Rizzo. I don't know exactly how intentional that was. Seemed like he might have been trying to get the angle because, again, he still wasn't even getting contested. Something we saw Vindicator suffering from during Game 2 and 3 where they were just letting it sit in front of their net just a little bit too long.
Matt trying to get recorrected, knowing the shot was probably come out, but by the time he saw it, it was way too late. The ball in the back of the net over his head, and we will see a tie game now with 1:20 left. Game at number 5, take 3, and VindicatorGG fighting it out to their best right now. Zanejacky, though, up to Insole, a little bit late. Matt will contest that one as they move back to midfield line here. All 3 Vindicator in one spot, scary spot there. Torment with a second touch. Does manage to put that one up for Matt, a 50-50 in their favor with a minute remaining. The possession goes back over to take 3, and they try to make an advance themselves. Both teams will have to be very careful. Giving a goal up at this point will ultimately spell your end in this series. And rotations will be critical to stay on point. Torment up in the air. Darkfire with support off the backboard. A little bit too late to that one. Just underneath, and that could have been the scoring opportunity they needed. They will have to back off quickly, otherwise they will give up a chance for take 3 to put one into Vindicator's net. They do manage to regain control. A shot on net. It's going to go in. Rizzo can't get to it in time when Matt, with the long shot, puts themselves into the lead with 24 seconds left.
The shot might have looked simple, but incredible placement perfectly underneath the crossbar from midfield. Coming across, he gets the rotation of his car underneath. That was actually a superb shot. Just able to put the pressure on before they could rotate back. Take 3 with an uncharacteristic amount of demolitions this game, which I thought was going to put Vindicator in a tight spot, but almost another shot.
Take 3 now in the tight spot as they have 15 seconds left to answer that last long goal from Matt. And this is their chance right here, but losing control, Matt will buy as much time as possible. Insol has to get control out to the corner, off the wall, keep this ball in the air. Torment with a 50-50 off the backboard. St. Jack, he will not be able to get to in time. Vindicator pulling back the series and winning in game at number 5 against Take 3. They're moving on. And that's going to be Take 3 going into the lowers.
Both teams fighting tooth and nail for this series, bringing it to game 5, nearly in overtime. It was tied until about just under a minute left, but Vindicator just clawing their way to the top just in time, starting off their day with a win. Remember, this is double elimination, so Take 3 has not been eliminated. But either way, they are in a tight spot. They are now in a much riskier situation, but Vindicator starting off their day quite bright.
No, I mean, you're right. This is a good way to start it for them. Starting off a little bit slow, but figuring out exactly what they needed to do. They sped it up. They took the series into game 5. It was a great start to the day. I'm loving it so far, and I'm sure everyone else is. But we're going to go back to the desk and see what they thought about that match.
Thank you, Leaf and Carpet, going all the way to game number 5. What a treat that was, and VindicatorGG coming out on top. They're going to move on to play Genesis, and now Take 3 is going to have to go down and play Revival in the lower bracket. But before we get into that, let's take a look at the Mobile One high-performance replay and watch how Vindicator was able to get the win.
It was a low-scoring series for the first few games there. It was a little questionable. Game 1 was a little rough, I thought, by both teams. Zane opened it up, though, in that first minute with that double-touch goal. Really set the tone for Take 3 and the confidence that they needed to open up the series. Yeah, but the way that Vindicator has responded back, just one after another, you see the pressure, and it looked like initially there was that miss. Rizzo missed the clear on the corner, just completely biffed it. But then to make sure to follow suit and then get the demo after to bring it through, like, you can tell that Vindicator just playing strong and to win. Yeah, game 2 was huge for Rizzo with 2 dirty dangles to get the 2 leading goals at 4-2. He completely made Darkfire look silly. And then again, game 3, they win again 2-1, but Vindicator battled back, getting the 2-0 win in game 4 with the Torment play where he actually got bumped a tiny bit there to get the double tap. It was a very, very lucky goal, which we don't like to say too often, but then again, Matt with the game winner in game 5, he was the 3rd option, because first we had Lethamyr, then we had Karma, now we have Matt, and he wins it on game 5. He also won it in game 1 with the game-winning goal, so Matt really showing up for them. And that could be the difference of them going to LAN or not, but they still have more to play.
But again, I thought Insolences stepped up and played really well for Take 3, and we saw Revival got beat pretty bad. So the next matchup that we have, Revival versus Take 3, which we will be covering next, it looked like Take 3 is in a little bit better spot than Revival.
Yes, but they did just lose a close 5-game series. It's going to be hard to bounce back from that. That's the only thing I worry about. But they did that earlier in the year, week 3. They got 3-0'd by Genesis and then destroyed Deception 3-0. So it does show that Take 3 can bounce back. Like, I believe they should, because Revival did not look great, but it could have been because Genesis is so good.
I mean, you see teams that, I mean, the momentum is a big factor. They just lost theirs. So now they have to come back and be like, all right, we just lost, it was super close, we know what we need to do, and carry that through. Not always the easiest thing to do, but a team like Take 3, I mean, these guys have been before, they were known as Market NA way back, like, they've been in this position before, they know what to do.
But again, we've got coming up next, Take 3 versus Revival, their tournament lives on the line, fighting to be in the postseason. If they lose, they are out, and that's coming up right after the break, so don't go anywhere. We've got more great Rocket League action coming up next.